Hello my lovelies, I have these little scraps of paper here that I didn't really want to throw out because they're so pretty and I thought I've got to use them straight away. What can I do with them? And I had also these pieces in my scrap box, so I thought, okay, let's join these all together, and these two can be cut down a little bit. Here it is. I'm reaching for my little mini guillotine. Absolutely love this little piece of machinery. It was a little inheritance I received from a very beautiful lady who was in her 90s when she passed, and she'd been using it for years. Okay, that now gives me a little bit of extra paper to play with. Okay. I could cut that one down a bit more, but I think I might leave that. I don't want to do paper weaving. I think what I might do is use the scraps of my glue sticks. They're really, I've got two of these, and actually I've got three. And they're right down to that last little bit. So I thought, okay, let's do something with this glue and let's do something with these scraps of paper. Get that out and then spread it around like a paste. It's amazing how far this stuff goes. I've got to move it up just a little bit, otherwise I'll be putting glue down on my mat, and I don't want to do that today. Right, that's right into the corner. Now I'm not going to try and colour match these, but I will try and keep the direction the same way. Oh, that's almost the same length or the same height. Beauty. I didn't plan that. I just grabbed these bits of paper and I thought if they fit, they fit. If they don't, well, you know, I'm not losing anything, I'm gaining. I'm really not sure what I'm going to do with this piece of paper. I think I'll call it a mini master sheet, because that's basically what it is. It's a little mini master sheet. I'm not sure what I'll do with it. I might turn it into ATCs. I'm really not 100% sure. Could turn it into journaling cards. I'm just going to overlap it a smidgen. Just a little smidge. It's certainly one way to get the, the biggest bang for your money, is to use every little, the last bit of your glue sticks that you can. Because you're wasting something like this deep in glue if you just throw it out when it won't roll up anymore. This is going to take a little while to dry, I think. I've got enough there to almost do another run. I think I might put a grey piece in there. Overlap it. That's it. Because you're not going to see the underneath of this by the time I'm finished. And it's white on the other side, so it was already lending itself to a journaling card. Or a tag. Big tag though. I'm just going to scrape a little bit of that off and put it over that way. In case you're thinking it's not very thick, it is quite thick on the paper. Just running that over again, I've still got a little bit there I can spread. Okay, now we'll go back in with the pretties again. Okay, and another little pretty one. bring back this one. Sit in there. I didn't use a purple one. Oh, okay, maybe, no, I don't want to use the purple one again. Not again, I didn't use it in the first place. Get with the plot, girl. Get it right. One of these is crooked. I think it might be the grey one because I've got more room up here than I've got down the bottom, but that's okay. I might use the purple one on the very, very end. Oh, that's a lot of glue. Scrape that off and pop it back inside there. All right. Now, I think I will. No, I'm not going to use that, this one here, the repeat, because it's got writing there. So I'll just tear that bit off and bin it so that one can be on the second sheet. That one could be too short. Yeah, it is too short. All right, so let's put the purple one in there. Not quite going to be long enough. Ah, that'd rot your socks, wouldn't it? Okay. All right, so that's number one done. And I think I might just put the entire thing to one side and get out my other piece of board to play with on here. Right. Okie doke, let's go again. And then I will turn the machine off and let the glue dry before I come back and play again, and that will also give me time to work out what I'm going to do with these pretty two little sheets. I really didn't need that bit of extra. Never mind. Come to the end. Okay, you're not going to come down the end there. So let's put this one in on the very edge. And I've got to get a little bit more glue down here. That's it. And then I'm going to put the purple one in alongside. Oh, I've just about used it all. How cool is that? That's it. Look at that. It's empty. You see the depth of this bit? Let me just put this on and then I'll show you. Now, my spatula is from bend to tip 1 3/4 inches, and that goes to there, so that's about 1/2 inch, I reckon. Oops, slips. Okay, it's 5/5/8, which is let's get it up the right way. 5/8, 2 centimeters. So that's pretty good. I've got all that glue that I would have thrown out, but now I can throw it out and open up the next one, which is this one, and that's close to the top. So I'm going to get another, you know, so much out of this. Where is it? Yep, nearly all the way down to that little point there. So I'm going to get quite a lot of glue out of this. And I chose the wrong side to do that. It's still got the blue tint to it. That's awesome. I didn't think it would. All right. That's quite pretty. I like that. Now I'm out of longer piece. Oh, I've got some of this over here. I can put that bit in there. This is the edge of a calendar that I had pulled apart. Little scissors. So, what else have I got on my desk here? Nothing. Okay, into the scrap box. Can use that one. They're the ones I've used before already. Okay, so we need some different ones. Oh, this is good. These are bits from some Kaiser paper that I've had. So let's put this, whoopsie. Let's put these other bits. They're not going to go back in nicely. They're being difficult. Don't you love it when your paper doesn't do what it's told? Okay, let's see what I've got here. Now, I'm wondering if these are stickers. Yeah, I think they are, but that's okay. We can still use them. Let's just do a quick measure here. Oh, didn't quite cut off enough. That's okay, because that will give us a little bit of extra colour up the top there, won't it? And I can put this back onto there so I can use it again. And I can always trim that little bit down, so that doesn't matter. Oh, I trimmed off too much. Again. And then I'm going to put this one in. Take off a little less on that one. It wanted to stick all the way. I must have had some damp glue on there. That's okay. All right. board away. These pieces into the scrap packet again, and I can close this up and save that bit of glue. Push down. Now these little pieces I'm going to bin, because otherwise I will be starting to hoard mini scraps again, and I don't want to do that. That would be defeating my purpose of becoming slightly organised, she says, with a messy table over that way. I've got to get to and sort that out. Okay, I'm just going to quickly, I'm going to trim these bits off, just so that I've got a clean slate when the glue is 100% dry. These go straight into the bin. Because that's sticky, it'll pick that one up and that one. Awesome. All right, now I've got this one. And I've got this one which is starting to stick to the board. And I will trim this one. That's not going to worry, because what I think I might do is trim that down when it's drier. So now I've got these two little mini master boards, or master sheets. When I finish, they'll be boards, I think. As I said, I'm not 100% sure, but I will be back when these are dry and I've sorted out in my mind what I'm actually going to do with them. But I like them, they're so pretty, and I've used some stuff that I would have probably thrown in the bin. Okay, my lovelies, I will catch up with you shortly. Bye-bye. Hello, my lovelies. Part 2 is ready. I have taken the time to do some stitching, put the lace on with zigzag and then changed it to straight stitch, put it on with zigzag and did zigzag all the way around. Then you can just see the pattern of the stitching under here. It's almost like it's been embossed, because when I went over with the bone folder, I pushed the glue into the stitches and then the paper into it as well. So you can see the little wavy pattern there, and I've carried that on around the entire card. I've then put a couple of stickers here, and I've braced it with the stitchy paper that I did at the same time. No stitch paper on this one and none on this one, because I didn't think it needed it. But I ran these little bits under the machine at the same time. I had it out, so I thought, why not? The top colour is a very pale green, that colour, and the bottom is like a natural taupe colour. But I did some of the orange paper I had scraps of left over, and I've done one of the green ones, and I've cut those up, as you can see, to put them on here. But I've got some extra little bits and pieces for my stitchy paper container, so that's rather cool. But let's get to working on these. I made a belly band out of the other half of this one. I think it actually went that way. And this one, and also a journaling card, and this one a journaling card. And I thought I'd put them in my secondary journal that I have underway. This one, I've shown you this before, Pauper's Child, it was called, written by Meg Hutchins originally. But as you can see, I've gutted it, and I've just lost my place. I went through and chose a page where we could put some things, and then put this massive clip there, but it just popped off. Okay, the little one, I thought I'd do a tuck spot, so I didn't put any extra paper on the back of it. I just left it that way. So that one is going to go on there, which gives me the nice glass with a little flower or something or other there as part of the focals. So let's glue this one in place. I'm just going to do the side and the bottom in case the tag I put in there is a bit bigger. I don't want it hampered by the top being glued down. I've just remembered, bring it up so people can see what you're doing. It's just glue. And one of my favourite white glues is Aleene's Turbo Tacky. Crafty Arena introduced me to that years and years and years ago, and I absolutely still love it. And it's reasonably cheap, and I've just put it on offside. No, I was in Kaiser Craft the other day and I bought one of their tackies. I haven't tried it yet, but it was $8.99, and I think this was $7.95 when I bought it. So it's only $1 difference basically. So, but we'll see how this goes later on. I want to use all of this bottle of Aleene's first. Let's just hold that down a little bit longer because it's just deciding, because I've got several layers and the book is already starting to get very full. It's going to stick up on me on the corners. Stay. I know what I can do. I can put a glide-on clip, and I have one sitting here. Come out wherever you are. Put the long part of that there and it will hold nicely, I hope, fingers crossed. Okay, now this was one 12 by 12 paper and I cut it down this way to fit, but I thought I'd leave the bottom part so that I can use it as a tuck spot. And that's what I'm going to put the bigger one of these into, in there. Come on. It doesn't want to go in because the paper is forming a semicircle type of thing, and this is also a semicircle. Okay, so that one can go in there. Now, I've got another little piece that I was messing around with the other day also, and I thought I might like to put that there, but it needs something here. What can I put? Ah, floral theme, so I can put this down the bottom. That would look lovely. I don't want that little piece sticking on there. Let's stick that whole piece there on. Now I'm just going to put that little piece of masking tape back on there. Cut this little piece off. I can use that somewhere else. Now comes the fun part, to get the backing off, because this is transparent and sometimes I have a little bit of trouble with these, and other times they come off really, really quickly. I find that by pushing the corner in and rolling it normally releases it. Normally, but now I have the camera on and I'm working at a little bit of distance from my face. It's not working for me as prettily as it should. Okay, get out the favorite tool, stretch and reach. Let's see if I can get this up a little bit quicker. Yeah, there we go. Second shot. Not bad. And I think I'm going to put that right in the middle. Like that. And then the happy can go there. Oh, that does look pretty. Let's get some ink around this though. And I'm going to go direct to paper with the VersaFine Vintage Sepia. Vintage Sepia gives a beautiful colour. The only way I'm going to get any colour around that is with my brushes, and I don't have them handy at the moment. So they're going to have to stay naked, undressed. Okay, now let's get this back again. So maybe add some weight to the page and hold it down a little bit for me. Oh, no glue. Now, I think I don't want to glue over here because that is shiny, glossy paper. So I'll just do 3 sides. And that will lend itself to being another little tuck spot with something in there, which I haven't worked out what to put in there yet, because I wasn't sure what I was going to be doing. I love doing things unplanned, especially on video. I know it's sometimes wacky. I do plan a lot of things, but there are a lot of times where I don't plan, because I just like to show you how my mind works, which is not very efficient sometimes. Okay, now we'll give that a couple of minutes to dry. Now this one, I'm very tempted to put in here, but am I going to lose the effect by having too much of it? You know what? I don't think so. I think that's going to look really lovely. I have an ATC sitting on the desk. That could also pop in there as well. Oh, hello. That little bit didn't stick. Did you see that? It went running out of the side there. Why did you not stick? That whole section hasn't stuck. Oh, don't tell me. Oh, goodness me. I thought I'd put enough glue there. Maybe I need to put it on the stitching. Okay. Let's correct that while we've got it open. Let's not put it... Even the top didn't stick. Oh, that's very sad. Only the bit where I put the clip. Okay, let's glue along the stitching. And I'm sorry this bit's out of your scene here, because I don't want to rip the page tearing it off. Okay, let's try that again. We'll hold it down this time and see if it sticks better. Well, now I can't put those things in there, can I? Well, that was a bit disgusting. How dare you do that to me? Did I stick any on the bottom? No, I didn't stick any on the bottom. Not having a successful morning here. And I did so want this to be a lovely video without any bloopers in it. But considering this is the second attempt at this part of it... Oh dear, the things you do. This will have to go into the director's cut, and I'll publish that maybe at the end of this year. That's getting quite lengthy. Still, you love a good blooper, don't you? Da-di-da-di-da. Oh, I've got the most beautiful orange tinted roses out in my garden. They're fully blown. I didn't get to them before the rains hit. Now the rains, they've gone from tiny little buds, about that big, to big open flowers like this. They're absolutely gorgeous. Okay, I've distracted myself enough. Oh dear. Shut up, Ruth. Get on with the story here. All right, we're going to put that one in there for sure. And I'm praying that the glue is sticking as I force this in there. Or not force it, you know what I mean. Place it in there. I am going to have to secure that with a clip. Same clip, different part. Just to be sure that it's there. Okay, I'm going to leave that there so that I know that that bit goes in there. Now, will you fit in there? I think you're going to be too short, because this paper is just folded up so that there's no glue spot down there. I think I'll leave this one for now. Let's find somewhere else to put that one. Just tuck that under the... No, that's another fold up. I think I've got big pockets in here. That's a little tuck spot. It is only a little one, I wonder. Maybe. Looks nice on the black and white. What have I got on the back of that? Shiny paper. Shiny paper. I need to put something else on there because somebody's going to try and write on that, and it's shiny paper and it won't work. So that one stays out for now. Yep. Quick decision that, wasn't it? Okay, we've been through that. All right, I'm going to call it quits for now and close this book and let this hopefully dry and stick. If it doesn't stick, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I think it will. Now that I've got it on the actual threads, I'm pretty sure that's going to stick down. Yeah, it appears to be. All right, my lovelies, I will catch up with you in another video. Bye-bye for now. Take care. God bless and love you lots. Bye-bye.